We are live.
All right.
I'm ready.
Okay. I mean, didn't you say you were going first?
Yeah, and you recording this debate too, by the way?
Yeah, that's what POW is. It's the recording bot.
We got this live right now.
All right, so I came into you. So originally in our prior debates, you stated there's no way to actually quantify how much of an amp Naruto got from the Nine Tails.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
through some more digging through the series, we did see Naruto with this Sage mode. We saw him; he was capable of defeating the Nine Tails.
Okay.
That would mean Naruto himself in base, or in Sage mode, is equal to the Nine Tails. So him getting
there's a big difference between taking the Nine Tails as chakra and then dipping and straight up beating the Nine Tails in a fight. He didn't even necessarily damage the Nine Tails. He just kind of just subdued it enough so he could take the chakra. That wouldn't mean
hold on.
he equals the Nine
Tails. You agreed to let me make my points and finish my points.
Yeah, but you paused, so I just thought you were finished.
No, I wasn't finished. I wasn't finished. So Naruto, we know that he's Nine Tails level. So him getting another Nine Tails would make him twice as strong. I'm talking about the first time he got the KCM 1. So the calc you had, where you said that's the only calc we got for Naruto. No, we know that he would be. So basically, what you can do is the original calc. You said 70 times the speed of light, or somewhere around there. 70. You can cut that in half because we know Naruto's half of the Nine Tails power, and then Nine Tails the other half that was happening. And then you can add the other Nine Tails that he got, which would mean he would be 1/3 stronger and 1/3 faster than he was when with the Raikage, and the whole thing that he said was the only quantifiable speed feat we got for Naruto. And this also, the good thing about the Raikage is this also proves that Sasuke back when he had the before he even got EMS before the war, that proves that he would have to be light speed since you already proved that.
Wait, hold on. I got a question. Why would the Raikage, you said, are you talking about during the 5 Kage summit, or are you talking about KCM 1 blitzing?
You established in a prior debate, I actually watched your YouTube video on it. You established that the Raikage is light speed, which would mean Sasuke during the 5 Kage summit would have to be light speed.
I mean, yeah, but in the V2 only, but
I mean in V2. Oh, well, he did fight Sasuke. I don't know. The point was you said he was light speed in general, but he did fight Sasuke in the 5 Kage summit. But either way, the whole thing with Naruto, we can prove that he was strong enough to defeat the Nine Tails by himself, that he would be thus 72 times the speed of light thing. Half of that would be Nine Tails, and half of that would be Naruto. Therefore, we can prove he was faster. By the time you get the other half of the Nine Tails, and that's not from all the other tail beasts. But that speed. Now, as far as the Sasuke versus Aizen thing, as I was saying, we both went back and forth on this. The fact of the matter is, we know Aizen, he absorbed, he fused with his sword or whatever. His sword became a part of him.
Wait. Hold on. Because if we're just going to go point by point, let's talk about the speed point first. Okay. So, first off, can you prove that? Oh my god! You know what? I'm just gonna steel man you, and I don't even feel like fucking doing anything aside from. But 72 times 3. That's 219 times FTL. But that's still slower than the 280 I presented for Ichigo, Yuha, and well, actually just Ichigo and base. And then if you add the what is it, the Horn of Salvation, which would be equal to the Hollow Mask, it would be a 10 times amp to speed and power. And hold on.
Hold on.
And then that'd be that'd be a 10 times amp to speed and power. And then then he would just be 2,800 times. Yuha still kept up, Aizen still kept up, and like that would just mean that they all scaled to 2,800 times. Now 2,800 times 19, that's still 12 times different in speed. How is Sasuke touching Aizen?
Wait, hold on. You going? This is the thing. You going a little bit too fast. Well, you going too fast actually, not a little bit. So what are you calculating Naruto and Sasuke at right now, based off of like what you just said?
I just said I'm going to steelman your point and say that he is 3 times faster than 72 times faster than light, like you said, and with that he'd be 219 times faster than light. But Ichigo would still be 280 times faster than light. Aizen is capable of keeping up with Ichigo. Well, Ichigo in base is 280 times faster. Wait, hold on. Let me finish. Ichigo in base is 280 times faster than light. And then he has the Horn of Salvation, which is the same multiplier as the Hollow Mask from earlier on in the series, which would be a 5 to 10 times amp. So even if it were, let's say 280 times 5, 1,400, divided by 219, that's 6 times faster. But if you go with the 10 times, then he would be 12 times faster. Either way, he's blitzing Sasuke. So,
hold on. Okay, so we're gonna stay on this speed thing. So, but I'm gonna want you, like, I actually prefer for you to go by step and not give order that once for how you amplifying their speed. Okay. But so we know Sasuke with this perfect Susanoo, when he got the chakra from the other 9-tailed beast, he fought Naruto. Okay. But we know that after the fact, even despite losing those tailed beasts, Sasuke was still able to keep up with that Naruto. Not Naruto. So we know the 9-tailed itself makes him. I mean, that since he's on par with the 9-tails himself, that makes him. That makes their powers like basically split in half. So him getting
wait, why? Huh?
Let me explain this. So this is kind of hard to explain, but so we know Naruto got the other 9-tails at the end of the war, and you already said, okay, that's 3 times.
Yes, this would be at the end of the war. Why would this apply to Sasuke prior to the end of the war?
Sasuke attained power. He attained an amp from the 9-tails as well, a speed/power amp.
No, because I don't mean to cut you off, but I do want to correct this point because it's going to bother me if I don't take this right now because I'm going to forget. But Sasuke didn't absorb the 9-tails. He didn't get the 9-tails. He used the chakra of the 9. He used the chakra of the 9-tails, but then all that chakra got wasted, and then he couldn't use it again. That being shown when Naruto is stated to have the other half of the 9-tails.
Okay, let me explain this for you. I'm specifically talking about when Sasuke absorbed all the tails into Susanoo.
Yeah, with the I guess you could say the fake. Was it? I don't want to say world tree.
It was. I call it the 10-tail Susanoo, but you know what I'm talking about. He absorbed the chakra of all 9-tailed beasts into the Susanoo, and based off of Naruto being equal to Sasuke, we know how much.
But Naruto didn't have the other half of the 9-tails at that point. So why would he? Even if I steal man?
Wait, hold on, I'm explaining this, bro.
No, because I want to break this down because if you go any further, then this whole point just fall apart.
No,
because even if you were to say that, like, even if you were to say that Naruto got the other half of the 9-tails after the war, he didn't have that other half during his fight with Sasuke. Sasuke used that other half. So that same half wouldn't apply to Naruto, and so his speed would just go down. because he doesn't have that other half.
Okay, listen, bro. You agreed that you wasn't gonna cut me off. I wasn't finished with my point.
I mean, I was just trying to help you, man.
So Naruto, that whole point you made, I'm gonna get on that actually. And I will prefer no interruptions. Naruto, he fought. He was equal to the power of actually half of the Nine Tails when he actually contained and he basically beat the Nine Tails and gained his chakra. So we know from that, and also based off the calc that you said you got from Parrot or whoever, we know from that we can divide that calc and we can say half of that was the Nine Tails and the other half was Naruto. But still got that same amp. Actually, he got an amp that was greater, but we just gonna use that same amp because he also got the half of the Nine Tails chakra during the point where he was fighting Naruto. When he merged all of the suit, when he basically collected the chakra from all Nine Tail beasts. So therefore, Sasuke amp that Naruto got when he blitzed the Raikage, and thus via calculations that would be another speed amp for Sasuke.
That's not
so
true.
What I want you to do is, the original calc was what 74 times the speed of light. So you would just divide that in half, and then
we just
get half of that amp faster you got.
No, because what you're saying is that Naruto was equal to half of the Nine Tails, and then he bodied the Nine Tails, which he didn't. But I still made that point, so I'm not even going to talk about that. And then you're saying that same Sasuke was equal to Naruto, which isn't true because the majority of the war, Naruto was carrying Sasuke basically throughout the entire thing. During their fight with Kaguya, Sasuke couldn't do anything. Naruto actually landed a blow. All Sasuke did was get BFR'd into a different dimension. And then even before then, Sasuke was able to land a hit on Madara, but I mean, both of them were stronger than Madara at that point.
Just get to your point. I don't need you to recap the whole series for me. Can you just get to your point?
So there's no reason to assume that Sasuke would be equal to Naruto, who was already like Nine Tails level. You would just be. I'm just saying that. One second. Fuck.
That's not what I said. I didn't make that claim.
Can you articulate your point a little bit better? Because maybe I'm just confused.
But I will say that, first of all, actually, Sasuke was on the level of Naruto, but that's not a part of the debate, so I'm not gonna get into that. But anyways, I wasn't saying I didn't even bring that up. Sasuke being equal to Naruto. I said that we know Naruto was equal to half of the Nine Tails. Thus, the speed that you used from Raikage, we know half of that power was Naruto's and half was Nine Tails. Half the power and half the speed. Therefore, Sasuke, he got that same Nine Tails amp when he absorbed half of the Nine Tails chakra along with the other tail beasts' chakra during the war. Therefore, that's another amp to Sasuke's speed.
I'm just gonna steal man this point because it's not even gonna matter. Even if he gets twice as fast beyond that 219, so it's 438 times, 2,800 times faster than light, still 6 times faster than Sasuke. At this point, this is the strongest you can get Sasuke because there's nothing else that you can do. Like there's literally nothing else that you can add to Sasuke's speed to get him any faster. So Aizen would still be 6 times faster, and then he'd still blitz the fuck out of Sasuke. Sasuke wouldn't be able to perceive anything and just get his head cut off.
That's not how I see the fight going down, but I just want to go over the speed real quick so we can make it clear that we can actually quantify how fast Naruto and Sasuke got. And now we can move on to the Aizen. So what's the current calculations you got? Now that we went over that?
He'd be 438 times faster than light, while Aizen is still at 2,800, which is 6 times faster.
Okay.
6.4 times faster, but that's that 0.4 is it.
I actually forgot one of the points I was going to say. So I'll let you make whatever statement you go.
Okay, so 2,800 times faster than light. Aizen already has the speed advantage. Sasuke is not touching him. That is established. As for power, where do you have Sasuke in terms of DC and AP?
I can provide a scan. I mean, a statement if you want it, but he's should be solar system. I mean, universal solar system.
Why?
Because Momoshiki and
Because Momoshiki.
they were able to create.
Why would they scale anywhere close to as high as universal?
Because they were able to create parallel dimensions that had stars in it.
That would only put them into multi-galaxy. They just
that.
have, that would only put them into multi-galaxy if they just created a dimension with stars, and depending on how far away the stars are. But like you can't prove that it's a universe. You can't prove that it's infinite in size or infinitely expanding. Even if you say like it's parallel in like function, can you prove that it's parallel in size?
Well, we know Kaguya's truth-seeking orb was going to obliterate her whole dimension.
Well, yes, but that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking, can you prove that the dimension would be any larger than multi-galaxy? Like, definitively prove that. Is there any statement? Is there any, like, data book, anything? Or is this just an assumption you're making?
I wouldn't say it's an assumption. I'm going based off of the fact that you can't prove that it's not that. Like we know.
Well, if there's no evidence to prove that it is universal, then we just wouldn't assume that it is universal. Or if there isn't any evidence to prove that it isn't universal, we wouldn't go just say like, oh yeah, it is universal. We would just assume what we know, and what we know is there are stars, and the farthest that we can see stars is maybe several light years. Parallel dimension. Okay, yeah. Can you still prove that it's parallel in size?
Can I prove that it's parallel in size?
Yes, because it can be parallel in function. Doesn't mean it's parallel in size. Just because it has stars doesn't make it a universe. It would just make it a galaxy.
Okay, so based off of that,
or solar system. Well, yeah, galaxy.
So what would you say? What would you say the level is then?
Well, with all the evidence that's presented, like you said, because it has stars, you could say galaxy, but you can't prove that. That it's a universe. It would just cap there. Well, Aizen would still be at universal. And I say that Aizen would be universal because he fought Uchiha, even managed to tag Uchiha and damage Uchiha.
We taking it step by step.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Like,
we still have
like I said, but because you can't prove that he's anything beyond multi-galaxy, then Aizen would still have the AP advantage. Like, I'm arguing for Aizen, you're arguing for Sasuke. That much is known. But if you can only cap Sasuke out at multi-galaxy without any definitive evidence of it being universal, then he would just stay at multi-galaxy, while Aizen would stay at universal.
Okay, let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
So, say we take out and we add more, like, because there's bare minimum.
Okay,
so
that wouldn't really help. That would just still be a multi-galaxy. Well, multi-galaxy down to multi-planetary, which would just be like solar system, really.
Down the solar system. Okay. All right, so we still haven't went over speed all the way because I told you I wanted you to actually explain it.
Okay, so let me explain.
I want you to explain it and not because you was doing it too fast.
Okay, so let me explain. You want me to explain why Aizen is 2,100 times?
Explain how the characters you're arguing, whoever, and that's Aizen, how he's light speed and how he's above light speed, and how you got the calc for it.
Okay. Let me go to my scans folder real quick. Fucking hell. What the hell is it so cold in this fucking house?
Sorry to interrupt, but can you guys please put your scans chat?
Yeah, I got you.
Because people are talking in general, and like if you post your scans there, it's gonna get flooded by the text.
Yeah, nobody's gonna see shit. Okay, so where is it at?
Yeah, so if you guys can please do that, thank you.
Okay, so for speed, right? Okay, so here is a where the fuck? Damn, I didn't respond to that nigga. But here is the first thing I'm gonna post. The Cero. The Cero are Minos Grande and Arancars. Now, in Bleach, obviously things are spiritual in nature. And the way where is it? And the way things work in what the fuck is it called? The Serite is that things need to be Serite and Huecamundo is that things need to be translated or transformed from physical matter into spiritual matter. So, and I can drop that again too if I can fucking find it. Where the hell is it? Oh, well, yeah, there's the Don guy. Yeah, here it is. So that's spiritual light, and then things in the spiritual world get translated into spiritual matter. Now, because of that, spiritual light would just equate to, light. Now, beyond just that, let me go up. What is it? There's also a technique called the Bala. The Bala is 20 times faster than the Cero, as stated by Iami right here. Now, because of that, like, it'd be, like I said, 20 times FTL. And then, where is it? Yeah, I'm going to use this one.
Hold on.
Because these are back to back.
Hold on. Your first scan had powerful spiritual light, fire like Mendoza Grande.
Yes.
Okay, so the problem I have with this is it's not saying it's a powerful spiritual light. Now, I'm going to give you an example.
Wait, what did you say? You cut out.
I said the problem I have with your first picture you posted is just saying it's a spiritual light fired by Mendoza Grande.
Yes, that's what I was trying to tell you. That's what I was explaining. That Cero being spiritual light would just be translated into actual light because of how things are translated from the human world into the spiritual world. So even if it is just spiritual light, it would still just be light.
Wait, what? Wait, explain that. Explain how that.
Okay, so you see the scan below it?
Huh?
Yeah. Okay, so this thing, right? That's where the Reishi Hinkan Ki comes in. It converts matter called Kishi, which makes up most things in the world living, into Reishi. So, and vice versa. So that so that Soul Reapers can go from the world of the living to Soul Society and back. So they go from having spiritual bodies to physical bodies. Well, they still really have spiritual bodies, but stuff that could really more or less interact with the physical realm.
Okay, but while you're on that point, so you're saying they have to go through a certain object in order to translate, in order to convert them from a spiritual form to a physical form.
It doesn't need to go to the specific object. It's already that way within the Serite and Huecamundo. It's just that, like, if they're going to, it needs to be translated into shift out, like that would function the same if it were outside of that realm, and it does. Like it does this with not just people, but with all like inanimate objects and other shit.
Okay, but is this
like
outside object required for that?
Is the outside object? No, things are just gonna be what they are in the Soul Society or Huecamundo.
What you're saying is they don't need to go through whatever this object is.
No, they don't need to, but I'm dropping this just so you can understand like that, like things in the human world are if they go to the Soul Society or Huecamundo, it's automatically just going to be this. It's going to be the same application. It's just going to be spiritual. So pretty much all light within Soul Society is spiritual light.
Yeah. Okay. So all you're proving is it's a light attack that gets converted into regular light.
So it being light would just equate to it being light speed.
How? Because
it is light, and light doesn't have any other speed than light speed.
I got something on that. So we see from when Sasuke fought Deidara, we seen Deidara had a huge light explosion. Like it was actually
That's different. That's different because it's not stated to be. I'm telling you that it's different because it's not stated to be light, for one, and two, it's the detonation of a bomb. Light comes off of bombs, yes, but that doesn't make them light. This is actually spiritual light. This is actually light.
Oh, not an actual bomb. It was his heart actually.
It was a bomb. It was a bomb that was compressed. It was a bomb that was compressed with his chakra. And like it was basically his entire body compressed into a bomb, and then it explodes. Doesn't make it light. It just makes it a bomb.
But it wasn't an actual bomb inside his body.
No, it was a literal bomb.
No, it was his chakra that he used. And
that he turned into a bomb.
I'm not agreeing with it being a bomb.
That's literally what it is. Whether you agree or not, it's literally what it is.
Unless you can show me proof that that's what it is, because
it's not my claim. I don't need to.
It's his heart. And
you're saying it's light, so you need to provide the evidence to prove that it is light instead of it just being a bomb.
The bomb, it was light when the attack was light when
it gave off light, but that doesn't make it light. The difference is the Cero is actual light, while Deidara's bomb is an actual bomb. Now, this is a complete separate from the point, so I'm just going to what I was saying. Now, like I was saying, things in the Soul Society and things in Wakamundo and things in the human realm, they all function the same. They just like are, I don't want to say made up of different things, but they're spiritual in nature. Now, because the Cero is spiritual light, it is light and therefore would function under the same application as light speed. And then the Bala is 20 times faster than that. And with the Bala being 20 times faster, that will automatically put it at 20 times faster than light. And now, here's this scan of the same man who got hit coming back up. And he didn't really get hit. He just left a fucking, what's it called? Basically a balloon in his place, like a I guess you could say substitution jutsu. And then he completely dodges this, putting him at 20 times faster than light. And the only way he would dodge this is by using Shunpo. Now, that's where it gets actually like a super, not interesting, but it's all right. Now, that with Shunpo as a 20 times base, right? Then this statement of regular Shunpo take a week to get down to the Serite from this Soul Palace would only be half a day to Ichigo in base. That is a 14 times difference. And the speed equation is speed equals distance over time. And we have speed. And
okay, wait, just to clarify something. So you saying any attack that's been stated that it is light, it
would function at light speed, yes.
Because I don't know if this
like the Light Fang. If it's because Light Fang is stated to be light from within Naruto, it would be moving at light speed.
Okay, I got a question.
It even says so in the data book.
Okay, I got a question. So you know the guy named C from Naruto, the one who actually.
Yeah, laser circuits. That's light because it refracts off of water and shoots light. Yes.
Oh, so that would make his attack light speed then.
Yeah, that would make his attack light speed. Correct.
Okay.
Because of this, regular Shunpo being 20 times, and it would take a week to get down there. Ichigo says, if I actually hurry, it'll take him half a day. That is a 14 times difference. And with that 14 times difference, there would be a 14 times difference in speed. You multiply the 14 by the 20 to get 280. Now, where is it? Where is it? Actually, what is it? Not him. I don't think it's in the 1,000 Year Blood War. But
what are you looking for?
Actually, yeah, it is in the 1,000 Year Blood War. Where the fuck is it? It's the scan of Urahara saying that the Resurrection is basically the same as the Bankai.
I have it. Hold on, I'll post it.
Yeah, I'm just looking for it specifically. Oh, went too far.
All right, I'm under. You know what? You can. I'll accept your speed stuff now. Your speed calcs, because I can understand what you're doing with it now.
Yeah, because then on just that, like he'd be 14 in base, and then the Hollow Mask with the Resurrection is
you just amplifying the real light speed attack of the Cero and the statement saying it's like 20 times or 10 times stronger. You add that to it. Basically, is what you're doing, right?
It's not just 20 times or 10 times stronger. It's like him because saying he's stronger doesn't equate
I
to
meant faster.
speed.
I meant faster.
Yeah. Whenever it says like, oh yeah, I'm this much faster, then you can apply that to this calc basically, or this quote unquote calc. And because of that, and because this hollow mask in the Fuego Mundo arc, when Ichigo fought Grimmjow, he was equal to Grimmjow after using a Bankai, which was already 10 times. And then he uses the mask, and then Grimmjow goes into his Resurrection, and then they're still on par with each other. They're still capable of fighting one another.
Okay, I understand your speed stuff.
Yeah.
We can move on to the next thing. So as far as so the last thing about power, I just want to know where you put Momoshiki in terms of power. Like, where would you say like he's at in comparison to, say, like the Ichigo or Aizen or whatever?
Well, to be honest, I don't really need to prove that. But if you want to ask me, then I'd say multi-galaxy, because you can't prove that it's parallel in size, just parallel in function.
What do you mean? What's the difference between what do you mean?
Think about like the Kamui dimension. You can breathe in there, gravity works, but there's no evidence proving that there's no stars. But you can still walk around. If you bring food in there and positive, you can eat. Physics still basic kind of apply. So it would still be similar in function. While like if it were universal, then there'd be a statement somewhere or something like that.
Okay, I know. But the difference is, unlike Kamui dimension, we know we've seen this a star, and we've seen like
that's what I'm saying. Like you can't prove that beyond those stars there's anything else. It would just be a galaxy to the maximum degree.
Okay. And why exactly do you have Aizen at you have him at solar system, right?
I have universal. And I have him at universal because if you just give me a second, I could find the specific scan, because it's not gonna take too long. Almost there. Where the fuck you at, boy? Okay, yeah, not too far. Yeah, right. There are multiple statements. The Quincy's were originally eradicated to prevent the collapse of the universe. Now, this statement comes from Rukia, but she heard it from Urahara. Like here. He calls it a universe, she calls it a universe. And there's even more universal statements throughout that same chapter.
But isn't that universal statement Naruto, like etc., like via?
Not to my knowledge.
Didn't Madara say something like he will cut the entire universe, or his Susanoo can destroy the whole universe, or whatever?
Well, that would be a hyperbolic statement, because, like, obviously the Susanoo can't actually cut everything in the universe.
No, that's the same statement as what you applying for the Bleach verse.
No, because no. The difference is this is coming from the actual series, whereas what you're talking about is coming from a secondary source. Now, it would be fine to use a secondary source if only you had a primary source of evidence to back this up, but you don't. Now, if I were to say like, oh yeah, it's universal, and I was only using a data book statement, then it wouldn't hold, because there would be no evidence within the primary series to really back this up, unless there was like an interview from Kishimoto or an interview from like Kubo saying like, oh yeah, they live in an actual universe. Not to mention, in the world of Bleach, Mexico exists and the term mestizo exists. And the term mestizo comes from like, I'm not going to get super into it, but it comes from a long line of history that is very basically important to our history in real life. So the universe they would live in would be at least like similar, if not parallel, to the universe that we live in. So they would have an actual universe, and there is an observable universe that scientists have found beyond this. And they're even, like I posted the scans, they're even talking about like, yeah, if the Quincy's didn't die, it would be the collapse of the universe. Like Soul Society, Hueco Mundo, everything would just be annihilated.
Okay, hold on. So you said secondary source. So
it'd be like
wait, hold on. They're both canon sources. So why would we why is it less credible if it's still canon is still verify a official data book.
Say again?
Why would that be not reliable?
Okay, so let me ask you this. There's also another statement where it says Tamari can blow all things in the universe away with her fan. It is Tamari and is Madara. Are they both on the same level?
Well, the simple answer is no. But I'm talking about specifically.
Exactly. That would just back up it being a hyperbolic statement because they overuse the term hyperbolic or universe. But if you want to know why it's like what is it? Why using a secondary source of evidence to back up your primary or secondary source of evidence as your primary evidence, the primary evidence came one prior and two it would continue on after the series. And if there's anything contradicting that, like let's say the light novel where it says Momoshiki created a parallel dimension and there were stars, then that would contradict that. Now that light novel would have come out after that Susanoo statement, which would automatically contradict that because the primary canon, which would be the manga, would contradict the secondary canon, which would be the data book. And then you would have to go with the primary canon because that's the series that this that's what the data book is getting its information from.
Hold on.
Because data books are just data books are just basically like little bits of information that they couldn't shove into the series. But there are times where like whoever's writing the data book, because it's not always the mangaka or the author of the that writes them. Same with the light novels.
Okay.
But they are basically given info. They can be given info from the author of the series. However, like I said, the statements from the novel that came post Naruto would contradict the would contradict the data book that had the Universal Susanoo statement. And then that would just be more primary evidence over your or that would be more contradictory shit to debunk that statement. Oh my god, that contradictory they would contradict everything from that data book.
All right, so is that your only proof for Aizen and Universal?
Oh my god. No. I wish I just do a break to explain. But
well, I'm just gonna ask you this. So this Quincy state.
But hold on. Let me get the light novel statements. Okay.
Are the light novels confirmed canon?
What, the light novels for Bleach? Yes. The light novels have the guy who worked on the light novels, I can't remember, Ryogo Narita, I think. He directly states that like Kubo himself was the one giving him information to write the light novels. So these light novels wouldn't come into existence without Kubo being present.
Okay, this still sounds like a secondary source because it's not the manga. You just went over how the manga.
Yeah, but the difference is I have primary sources from the manga supporting my evidence. Like I said, like these 3 scans right here saying, yeah, we live in a universe, we live in a universe, we live in a universe.
Right. Well, if
that universe would consist of the Soul Society, Hueco Mundo, and the World of the Living. And then beyond just that, where is it? From the light novel, literally states that the Soul King created the Soul Society and the World of the Living, and Hueco Mundo was already there. The entire,
You don't even need to explain this stuff further. I'm just trying to understand. So my question is, so the manga statement, the actual source material. So you're saying it states that Quincy's would have destroyed the universe, right? So
yeah, the Quincy's would have destroyed the universe had they been left unchecked.
Okay, well here's my thing with that. First off, let's talk about the Quincy's as a whole, meaning collectively they were.
But okay, so do you know who Uchiha is? Because I know where you're going with that. You know who Uchiha is, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Uchiha is the progenitor of all Quincy's. He's literally the father. He created all Quincy's. He can take his power back at any point in time with this ability called the Ashwayland. And he does this. He takes all of his power from all the Quincy's, and he also, as the Soul King, who, with the scan I just provided, he created Wakamundo, World of the Living, and the Soul Society, the universe in which they live in. And then he takes all of that power, absorbs it, and then Aizen is capable of keeping up. Ichigo kills him.
Okay, wait. Okay, let me ask you this question. Okay, so he absorbs all the power, and that makes him universal since he absorbed all the power. So
yes, because then he directly applies his power to try and destroy the universe in which they live in, and this is stated multiple times throughout the 1,000-Year Blood War. Like by a lot of his subordinates, and then even him himself saying like, yeah, I'm gonna destroy Soul Society, Wakamundo, and the World of the Living. Yeah, he's gonna destroy Soul Society, Wakamundo, the World of the Living. And then people just keep saying this. So
hold on. Let me get this question. But the problem is Aizen didn't fight Uchiha by himself. He fought him with the help of Ichigo, Renji, etc. So
yes, on the lower end of the universal scale, but it was still scaled to universal.
Not individual.
Okay, so Naruto and Sasuke and Sakura and Kakashi fought Kaguya. So would they not all scale to multi-galaxy?
No, they fought for her as a collective, just like the Bleach characters fought Uchiha as a collective. Therefore, Aizen, right. I'm not. Unless you can prove Aizen individually is universal, then he's not universal.
Okay, let's go with that, right? Let's say even if he's not universal, he's still capable of keeping up and damaging a universal being. Whereas Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura and Kakashi could only damage a multi-galaxy to solar system level being.
Hold on. This is getting into the unquantifiable territory that you always talk about.
Yeah, that's unquantifiable. But there is a qualitative difference between universal and multi-galaxy. I can't calculate the distance between a galaxy and the entirety of the universe, and that's why we're using a qualitative difference here. See, with speed, it's different. You can quantify speed, but if it were to something such as, like I said, the universe, something that is in continuously expanding, I cannot calculate that, especially because we just still don't know shit. Like we know a little bit, not enough, but we know enough to say that like if this motherfucker was going to destroy the universe, and then I can hit him and I can damage him, then that means that I have the power, and it also is backed up by Reiatsu, like in Bleach, that you need to be relative to an opponent to damage them. So even if like he's not super universal like Uchiha was, or like Ichigo was for killing him, he'd still be on the higher end of the relative scale of, or like the more relative end of the universal scale.
You kind of shotgun
like anybody else in Bleach.
You had too many points
other than Ichigo and Uchiha.
I'm specifically talking about Aizen.
Yeah, like that's what I was saying.
No, yeah, but you said too many points. You rambling on. If we like him individually wasn't fighting Uchiha, he barely, like, all of them working together beat Uchiha. So Aizen.
Let me ask you this, right? Because I can see where you're going. Let's say, what was it? Ichigo, and I mean Renji was there, but he didn't necessarily contribute as much. He just didn't get bodied. Ichigo and Aizen, and yeah, Uryu didn't really contribute that much either. He just had the arrow, but the arrow didn't do shit. But like Ichigo and Aizen, right? They are two people facing off against Uchiha. And in Bleach, if your Reiatsu is high enough, if it's relative enough, you can damage your opponent. This is a staple that is stated within the series multiple times. So Aizen being able to keep up and damage Uchiha, even if it's not on his own, he still did it. That would still put him in a relative scale to universal. Now, you could probably downplay that. You could split universal in half between him and Ichigo. But once you split infinity in half, it's still infinity.
Wait, hold on.
It's a lower infinity, but it's still infinity.
You talking about like the Like for example, with Ichigo or in their fight, his fight with Kenpachi, how he was able to like scratch, or he was able to like.
Ichigo in his fight with Kenpachi, Soifon in her fight with Aizen. This is stated multiple times throughout the series that if your Ryatsu is high enough, then your hacks and your abilities and your strength will work on somebody.
You can cut your opponent.
Yes.
But
and because of that,
that's just
but Amir, because of that, that would still mean scale relative to Yuha. Even if you don't want to use like a Ryatsu clause or some shit, then it still means that Aizen can damage Yuha. He's still relative to Yuha. Even if you split that universal AP down the middle and give half to Ichigo and then half to Aizen, then that's still half of infinity. Now, if we were to do that to Naruto and Sasuke, and we're to split that between,
you're going on to another point.
It's the same point. I'm just explaining this for your end. If we were to do this for Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, and Kakashi, then you would need to split it 4 ways because they all contributed in the fight between Kaguya, and then and even if you want to split it in half, when like adult Naruto and adult Sasuke are fighting Momoshiki, then it's still half of multi-galaxy. That's still lower than half of universal.
Okay, look, I understand that. So what I'm saying is, what I was about to say was, when Kenpachi was fighting the 5th spot, I believe it was. I forgot his name. The guy was able to cut him, but we seen Kenpachi was still massively stronger than him. And when he actually used it, when he actually started to try and put both his hands on his sword, he pretty much annihilated him. So this whole idea of somebody being able to cut someone,
so that just means that he's on the higher end of the relative scale compared to Noitara. That doesn't merely mean anything else. Like they would still scale to each other. But Kenpachi with Kendo would just be stronger.
All right, and just to clear, did Aizen actually, besides putting him in his illusion, did he actually do damage to you? I'm pretty sure he cut him. That was it.
Yeah, he came up and cut him. Hold on, let me see if I got the scan. But even that single cut, and even if it was like his hacks working on him, the hacks are still like applicable if you're relative. Like that still scales to like your AP and shit. Okay, because we see with a Soifon when she uses or tries to use her 2-hit kill on Aizen, he's like, yeah, that's not gonna fucking work. I'm so much stronger than you. Like he's so demonstrably stronger that the hacks won't work. So hacks will work, but they'll only work if you're relative in power. And then he also uses.
You don't need to continue. I understand.
Yeah.
So I just want to go over speed and power real quick, just to get an understanding of where you was getting this stuff affect my argument of Sasuke beating Aizen, and we can get to the rest of Bleach. So the thing is, we talking about characters in character, right? And we already went over in our. I provided a scan. I can do that again if you want to, but you already seen it. The infinite Tsukuyomi thing. Now, I understand what your counter argument was to that, and it was the whole idea that since his hypnosis worked on Yuha, that will make his hypnosis AP level attack potency universal. Here's my problem with that. So
significantly higher, yes.
So here's my problem with that. How do I explain this? Okay, so it worked on a person who's capable of destroying the universe, but that said person is not as massive as a universe. So my argument for this is
wait. Can you say that again?
Let me finish my point. I'm gonna make it more clear.
No, I didn't hear what you said. That's why I said, can you say that again?
I was gonna make it more clear, but what I said was, yes, Aizen's hypnosis did work on someone who is strong enough to or capable of destroying the universe. My problem with that is, yes, Yuha is universal, according to these statements, but he is not universal in size. He himself can destroy, but not equal in mass, density, etc. to an actual universe. So
that actually doesn't matter.
No, I'm gonna explain my point. The reason I brought that up is because the infinite
Tsukuyomi taking over the planet, basically, is what your point was.
Yes, and I would like to finish that. So I would like to finish this whole point about illusion. So the infinite Tsukuyomi was capable of basically wiping out a planet. And like, for example, well, actually, no, that's not a good example. Point being, Uchiha himself is not a universe; he's one person. So Aizen's
doesn't matter.
Aizen's Kyokusui gets you affecting him wouldn't mean it can affect the entire universe. And if that was the case, it would be illogical. Aizen, as smart of a character as he is, it would be illogical for him to not use his Kyokusui Getsu to actually affect the entire world, thus making his goals a lot easier to achieve. So, so the Kyokusui Getsu working on one person, despite how powerful he is, it doesn't change the fact that Aizen has never shown a planet control feat. I'm not finished with my point. It doesn't change the fact that Aizen has not shown a planet plus or planet level illusion control feat at the same level of the infinite Tsukuyomi. And the whole AP thing is irrelevant because Uchiha himself isn't a universe. Just because he can destroy a universe doesn't mean Aizen would equate, he would be able to control the entire universe. It literally contradicts the Aizen as a character, because if he knew he could do that, I mean, if he's smart enough to know the capabilities of his ability, and he never tried to manipulate the entire world in Bleach. So I say that
Amir,
Sasuke, this is my
you're
last
conflating. Okay.
I say that to say Sasuke has a higher level of resistance to illusions than what Aizen is capable of performing.
Okay, Amir, you're conflating range with power, and you don't do that for multiple reasons. But the most simplistic way I can break this down is just because I have a large range doesn't make it strong. Let's say I can freeze everything within a 30-meter radius, and then let's say that somebody else can't, but I can only freeze it down to let's say -2 degrees. Now, let's say somebody else can only freeze things within a 3-meter radius, but they can freeze things down to absolute zero, which would be like -290 something degrees Fahrenheit, I think, maybe Celsius. Can't remember. But their freezing, even though it has a smaller range, is still stronger than my freezing and would body me because it's. But you should care about that because what you're saying, what you're trying to say, is that infinite Tsukuyomi has a range of the planet, like it can put everybody in the Gunjutsu around the planet, but that doesn't make it stronger than Aizen's just because he didn't use it on a wide range. And not to mention, Kyokusui Getsu is purely based off of Aizen's spiritual pressure. Like it's purely his spiritual pressure. So it would have that universal AP. You're saying it doesn't matter, but that's what makes a fight. If somebody is faster, stronger, has higher AP, then they're going to win. It doesn't matter what hacks you have if they're just, significantly better than you in every way.
Okay. I'm real confused about, like, I understand where you come from to a certain extent.
Maybe somebody can articulate it better than I can, but
here's the thing. We know Naruto is above planetary by the end of the fourth grade ninja war. But yet the infinite Tsukuyomi, which only showed the capabilities of wiping out a planet, Naruto still got he still was affected by it, despite the fact
I mean, Naruto was never affected by the infinite Tsukuyomi.
I mean, he would have literally stated, I can get the scan for you.
Well,
right
yeah,
now.
he
It
probably would have been had
No, it's not
Sasuke not
probably.
defended him with the Susanoo, but
It's not a
the
problem.
Susanoo is. But like the only way you defend against the infinite Tsukuyomi is by having a Rinne Sharingan, I believe. Either way, like if somebody has higher AP, then they would automatically have a higher resistance because whatever you're using is just too weak to work on them. And with Aizen having a demonstrably higher AP than Sasuke, then the genjutsu he would use wouldn't work on him for one. Oh, what?
So that the type of argument you use, it sounds like a power-based argument, like arguments you would use for characters being planet level and etc. But we're talking about a hacks. We talking about a power. We talking about a stipulation of a power. So basically, like a Matarasu, right? It has conditions. It doesn't extinguish unless the user puts it out. Despite how powerful somebody might be, that's the stipulations of the Matarasu.
Wait, hold on. Okay, can you say what you said again?
I said, the thing you confusing me on is the way you arguing. It sounded like a power-based thing, like how you will argue characters are planetary and etc.
Yes,
but the thing is, this is a hacks ability that has a stipulation.
It is a hacks, but the thing is, the hacks in Bleach scale to their their hacks scale to their AP because their durability, their hacks, and all their shit scales their AP, especially Soul Reapers, because all a Zanpakuto is putting their Ryatsu into a sword. That's all they're doing. And then it just gains its powers based off of who the person is. So no matter what, no matter how strong you get, your Zanpakuto is going to scale to you. So with Aizen, and especially because his Zanpakuto is him now, it's going to scale to Aizen. At no point in time will it ever be weaker. It's just going to scale to him.
Yeah, but
it would scale significantly above Infinite Tsukuyomi, which with your argument would only be planetary because it covered a planetary range.
But it would have worked on Naruto, who's above planetary.
Yeah. Okay. So let's say it would scale to a multi-galaxy range, which would still be weaker than Aizen. So no matter what, it's still like Aizen is still demonstrably stronger, 6 times faster.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on.
His hacks are going to.
It's 2 more things I got before I forget this. So for example, the Matarasu, it's a hacks ability that has a stipulation to it, to where the user cast it and only the user can put it out, right?
Well, that's with Amaterasu and was it I want to say Blaze release, but I can't remember. It doesn't matter.
But what I'm saying, my point is, the fact of the matter is the ability has a stipulation, and that's the stipulation of the ability. Yeah. Regardless, if it was, wait, I'm not finished. If it was a character that, let's say, was massively stronger than whoever casted Matarasu, like, okay, let's say Itachi, for example, versus War Arc, end of War Arc Sasuke, who at this point would be way above multi-planetary at the least, and Itachi shouldn't be able to do any. Well, I guess Sasuke not a good example because he got. We can use Naruto, I guess. Well, not Naruto because he can negate. Well, point being, it shouldn't work. I mean, the fact that the stipulation still applies regardless of how powerful the opponent is. We even seen this with A. He was still getting burned by the Amaterasu, the Raikage, and he had to cut his arm off because there was nothing he can do about it, despite the fact that physically he was stronger than Sasuke.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah. Problem is that even if, and it's one, let me go over a couple things. One, it's not going to hit Aizen because Aizen is faster than Sasuke, and we've seen, especially with the Raikage. And
it was just an analogy. I wasn't saying that as Sasuke would use it. I'm just asking you, do you understand that the idea that
What that it has?
Then why
No,
did you
what I'm
bring
saying
it up?
what?
Well, he was asking why did you bring it up? If like because
No,
that's not
no,
really an analogy.
no, no,
It's
no.
just
I brought it up because we know that Sasuke physically was weaker than the Raikage, and yet the Amaterasu still affected him. So this whole idea of AP, it doesn't negate the hacks of that. Hacks doesn't. I'm getting confused on your idea that hacks and AP can mix and match together. It's not making sense to me. The fact of the matter is Sasuke's hacks, his Amaterasu, worked on a character who was physically and physically way stronger than him, which was the Raikage.
I mean, he's physically stronger, but that doesn't mean that his AP or DC would be higher. Now, at that point in time, the Raikage was stronger than Sasuke, or at least relative, so it would work on him. But I mean, with somebody so demonstrably stronger
No,
than
the
Sasuke,
Raikage
like
was
Aizen,
stronger than Sasuke. The only reason Sasuke survived is because of Amaterasu and Susanoo.
yeah,
That's so
well,
power gap.
I guess
Sasuke was still able
I
to
suppose you could
move.
say that. I mean, I
Yeah,
guess,
yeah.
but
But despite the power gap, Sasuke's Amaterasu still affected and was disintegrating the Raikage and cut his arm off.
yeah, and he couldn't put that out because Amaterasu will keep burning. That's
It's
just
because
like this. That's the stipulation on Amaterasu. That
that's not
stipulation wouldn't work. That stipulation wouldn't apply to his Genjutsu
no.
because
I'm
Amaterasu has the specific purpose of burning forever, unless it's absorbed, or
okay.
unless you
Look,
cut the body part off, or
my
until you
point
burn
was
it up.
my point was this whole idea that you're operating under this hacks. You mixing hacks and AP together, which I don't understand because we know they're two different things. And despite the power of someone, a hacks can still work if it's the stipulation of that ability.
Okay,
That
well,
is the case.
let's take Kaguya for example. Somebody with relative AP to Sasuke. He uses Amaterasu, and she negs it.
No, that's the
Now,
stipulation. That's the stipulation of Kage. She has the ring on which can absorb chakra. That's the stipulation of Kage.
no, okay. So
That has nothing to do with her AP or anything like that.
okay. So I'm not entirely understanding what you're saying, but I'm guessing you're saying that hacks can scale above AP.
So what I'm saying is, as far as the Kaguya point, that has nothing to do with her AP durability or whatever. It's just the fact that she has a Rinnegan and she can absorb chakra. But the reason I brought this up is because I don't understand why you're mixing hacks and AP together. Hacks and hacks and AP. Because like the analogy with the Raikage, that doesn't work all the time, and I don't understand mixing that together with Aizen as far as what his Zanpakuto token do, that's his hacks ability, and you're mixing that up with Yuha's universal AP. I don't understand why you're doing that when we see that doesn't work. That's what I'm saying.
Because hacks don't work on Bleach characters if they are stronger than them. If they are stronger than their opponent, the hacks of your opponent will not work on the target.
I don't know. Do you got some proof for that? But
Yeah,
either way,
I do. Hold on.
I'm still confused.
I'm gonna prove that for a second. Give
All right,
me just a moment. I'm gonna prove that.
I'll let you get the proof for that. But I'm still confused on that whole idea that hacks and AP mixing together. It really doesn't make sense to me. Like, for example, if a character had an ability to, like, say, for example, Momo from My Hero Academia, she can make objects, right? Or she can make objects. And we know characters in a series such as Bakugo, Deku, they're stronger than her physically.
Hold up, just wait for him to
okay.
get his.
Wait.
Probably not.
So,
Not listening.
So you know Soy Phone, right? Like the 2-hit kill bitch, the least favorite character in fucking Bleach. But you know her. Like she hits you twice with her ability, and then you die.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So she hit Aizen twice with her ability, and he didn't die. Reason being, he even says this, like, I'll suppress all of your techniques with my own spirit energy. Now, do you know what Genjutsu is?
Obviously, yes.
Yes, it is forcing your chakra onto an opponent. Now, do you know what chakra is?
spiritual and physical energy. Well,
it is spiritual. It is spiritual in nature. It is physical and spiritual energy. You can boost it by physical training, but it is inherently spiritual. Now, even if any of these attacks hit, then Aizen could just neg it by flexing, basically.
wait, but hold on. The problem with that is, wait, you made it seem like Sasuke projects his chakra over like the outside of Aizen's whole body. No, he
injects it. He injects it, and
no,
this is the thing.
The brain. He sends it into the brain. It's not
but
outside.
He's still sending. Okay, Amir. He's still sending spiritual energy to his opponent to disrupt their senses. Now, the entire point of this whole conversation right now is because chakra is a spiritual energy, then it would function similarly, and not just because it's a spiritual energy, but because of standard battle assumption that every debater uses within a debate, then the power systems would be equalized.
Hold on, can you hold that real quick? I got a quick question. I'm about to forget it.
Hold on, let me just write it down if you can. But
let me ask you this quick question. Wait, hold on, I just forgot it.
Damn, it was 5 seconds, bro.
No, because he was talking when I was trying to get the question out before he started talking.
But yes, but Aizen would just neg any of the hacks that Sasuke has with his own spiritual energy.
Yeah, that was the question. Wait, hold on, it just came back to me. Aizen himself, he, from what I've seen, he has no resistance to actual illusion-based techniques.
That doesn't matter.
How doesn't that matter? Because that would mean Sasuke.
No, it literally doesn't matter. The reason it doesn't matter is because Genjutsu is forcing your chakra or your spiritual energy onto another. Now, because they're basically fighting spiritual energy to spiritual energy.
Not into.
Yeah, okay, yeah, whatever. He's he's forcing his spiritual energy into somebody else. Now, that is already a spiritual attack going into Aizen. So it wouldn't matter because he was just like, oh, well, this is cute. Flex, break out, speed blitz Sasuke, and then cut his head off. Or beginning of the fight, Sasuke would look at him and then immediately be placing Kyokasu Getsu. So then he's just fighting nothing for like 30 minutes.
Right, no.
And then Aizen will get bored.
Bro, you shotgunning me now. We still on this one point. So as far as the whole sending chakra into the target, do you got a scan for that, or like do you got proof for that?
I got proof. Hold on. I mean, it's common knowledge. But
You guys want to go to conclusions after this?
I really do.
What about you, Amir? After this point?
Oh no! I'm upset. Okay, I might just be dumb. Hold on. Oh my god.
Amir, you fine with that?
I'm trying to get all my questions answered, and then I'll be cool with it. Yeah. This is.
Well,
I'm
how
pretty.
many questions do you got? Because I mean, this has already been going on for a while, so
Yeah.
It shouldn't be that much more. Yeah, it shouldn't be that much.
Okay, so where is it? Scans here. Now I can't find the exact chapter, but this is a summary from the Wikipedia of Naruto. I think changed the fucking Boruto. I can't believe it.
Okay, hold on.
Of Genjutsu.
Wait, hold on. First off, this is a sound-based genjutsu. It's not anything close to what Sasuke is.
It literally doesn't matter. That's just what genjutsu is. By looking at you using the Sharingan, he's basically using like X-ray vision to send fucking chakra into your fucking brain to disrupt your you know what I mean, to disrupt your, I guess, brain waves and body. Yeah, thank you. Right here. I need to reread fucking Naruto to even grab this again. But yeah, that's all Genjutsu is. That's what all Genjutsu is. It's just a way to do that. Wow, like there's ocular Genjutsu, sound Genjutsu, and whatever the fuck Kurenai does.
Okay. So let's speed this up. I just got a couple more questions. Well, I'm pretty sure, yeah, just a couple more. So with this, so you're basically saying that Aizen, even despite the fact he hasn't showed any illusion resistance, despite that Sasuke sending his chakra into Aizen via his genjutsu, you saying that still wouldn't work, despite the fact Aizen,
it doesn't matter because Aizen is so demonstrably stronger than Sasuke that he just flex it off. Even if it did affect him for like half a second, you're like, oh, well,
so
this is cute.
I'm just trying to I'm trying to get a clearer understanding of this. You saying Aizen, he could still get affected by the genjutsu, or you saying he would with this
I'm saying that it wouldn't work because like his passive spiritual pressure would most likely just neg it. But even if it were, like in this hypothetical, to say that it like let's say that it does work, he would just flex it off in like half a second, like after it's activated, and then he just blips over.
He doesn't have illusion resistance
because of the way that this spiritual energy works. Okay, because he can like I already said, he can just flex off anything that's weaker than him because that's how it works. It applies to all Bleach characters.
That applies to Bleach, but not Naruto.
Yeah, you're right. They Naruto characters can't flex off like hacks, but Bleach characters can.
Why are you using something
because it's one of their abilities, and this is equalized like power systems.
That doesn't work in versus debates. You use
it literally does.
You
literally does.
Applies to Bleach and trying to say it would apply to
actually works like that.
Oh, I want this clarified.
Anybody care to step in and say anything about this?
Amir, do you know what versus battle debate or standard battle assumptions are?
Only thing I assume is the characters are in character. I don't assume that they're balanced out in terms of their powers.
Hold on. I'll give you a link to them. Almost all debaters when they use versus debates, unless otherwise specified, usually refer to versus battle wiki standard battle assumptions because they're a very good set of rules to abide by, which basically state like if you do use them, which Shnoody is bringing them up, but basically the characters are in character but willing to kill, so that the fight doesn't drag on because they leave their opponent, right? They also state a bunch of victory conditions. There's no preparation time. They have standard equipment, a location, outside influence, and verse equalization. And basically what verse equalization is similar I'll quote it directly, but similar supernatural aspects of verses get equalized in a reasonable fashion. So a supernatural energy that almost everyone in a verse has, which is necessary to fight the characters of said verse, will be assumed to be equivalent energy, right? Because if we didn't do that, then if this wasn't applied, then Shnoody could say, well, how could Naruto characters see Bleach characters because they don't have Ryatsu? Right? He could do that. Or you could use, say, chakra and be like, oh, well, Aizen doesn't have this chakra, so why would he be able to hurt them? Because he's not.
Let me respond to that.
That's basically what verse equalization is.
I understand that. Let me elaborate on that. I don't use these assumptions, these standard assumptions, but the thing is, the logical way I see this going down is the characters are themselves and they're fighting each other. I don't think you have to make their verse power.
Well, yeah, but the reason why people use this is so we don't get into complications like this, like the topic you're having, or the point that you're having right now.
Wait, hold on. I'm going to try and break. Wait. Okay. So Amir,
wait. Hold on.
Amir. Wait, no. Because the question you're about to ask is going to be answered by what.
I just want to finish this point.
Okay. I mean, go for it. Sure. I mean, I guess.
Okay. So, you asked. I mean, you made an example of certain questions, right? Of like chakra or. Now I'm starting to forget my point. Hold on. Yeah. Seeing Bleach characters. Yeah, that for me for a second. But Naruto characters have seen ghosts in the past. For example, when Naruto saw Minato when the Edo Tensei was released. So that wouldn't even need to be a question.
But what if Shnoody said they're not the same as Bleach ghosts?
How is that the case? They're both ghosts.
Because ghosts and Bleach are different from ghosts and Naruto. He could just say that.
How?
And then by your rules, then they wouldn't be able to see them. Because they're powered by Ryatsu. And Ryatsu isn't in Naruto, so I have to be able to see them.
Wait, so I lagged out, Saboshi. The last thing I heard you say was, what if he said they were Bleach ghosts? Look, he would ask me to prove that they're different.
Jin, shut the fuck up.
No, I'm not going. Wait.
No.
I did. Jin,
I'm being serious
because I know what Jin is saying. I was saying it as an example because if we go by Amir's logic, then Shnoody could say, okay, well, you need Ryatsu to see ghosts and Bleach, right?
Yeah.
And if he said that Naruto characters didn't have Ryatsu, then they couldn't see them, right? Even if Amir said that they're ghosts, which is just basically proving the point that verse equalization.
No. He would have to what's my call?
Oh my god! Please stop. Please.
All Amir has to do is just what does Ryatsu do? What does Ryatsu do, right? And just nitpick the acts. You can be like, well,
no.
Yeah, I mean, he could do that, but if we go by these strict rules, he still couldn't do any of that.
No, here's the thing. Here's my problem with this. The fact of the matter is, we've never seen any evidence to suggest that ghosts operate differently in Naruto than in Bleach, because we know they're both.
That doesn't matter.
Wait, hold on. I'm not.
Amir, that literally doesn't matter.
Let me finish my.
You're attacking an example.
We know that ghosts are based off of how ghosts are perceived in the real world for both series, and there's not an actual difference that we can actually look at to say.
But they operate differently.
Okay, wait. This is an entire non-sequitur to the debate. Can we just get back to the debate?
I'm not finished. There's not an actual thing we can look at to say the ghosts in Naruto are different than the ghosts in Bleach. And if you want to use that whole ratio argument you came up with, the fact of the matter is, what
if I said they're different because they have Ryatsu? That's a difference.
The thing is, we've said this many times that there is a spiritual component to chakra as well as Reishi. They would really be different because they both have spiritual.
Yeah, but spirit energy in Naruto isn't the same as Ryatsu if we go by your rules.
No, they both have a spiritual pressure to it, so it will be the same thing.
But it's not the same as Bleach. It's not from Bleach.
You may be contradicting yourself by saying that, right?
How could you ever prove that they're from different series?
No, we literally just went over this, that Naruto characters have a spiritual.
Yes, but that's me.
Yeah, but it's not Ryatsu.
Like standard battle assumptions. That's me.
Could you prove
making sure that you can still fight Bleach characters? So it's not just like I can just start the debate by saying like, okay, you can't see, like, your characters can't see Bleach characters because Naruto characters don't have Ryatsu, and because they don't have Ryatsu, then they wouldn't be able to see or interact with Bleach characters. That is why I was using that, so you wouldn't get like bodied like that. Because if I were to say like, oh yeah, you can't see or interact with Bleach characters because Naruto characters don't have Ryatsu, but Bleach characters can still interact with physical matter, so they could still interact with Naruto characters, then your character wouldn't be hitting Aizen. Like Sasuke wouldn't hit Aizen. Sasuke wouldn't even see Aizen because he doesn't have spiritual pressure. He would just be getting cut the fuck up and not know why.
He does.
He only has chakra. He doesn't have spiritual pressure.
This might work for other series, but in terms of Bleach and Naruto, since the potencies are so different.
Amir, you know you were using versus battle wiki assumptions earlier in this debate.
No, he just agreed to them again. So are you agreeing to the versus equalization? Because you just said they have similar power systems. The whole thing SBA.
Yeah, that's the reason for versus equalization, that they're similar to a reasonable extent. So you don't get onto points like this.
What I'm saying is we don't need verse whatever y'all call it. The point is
you just used it.
But you just used it.
That is what it is. What you just said
what versus
is standard battle assumptions.
We wouldn't say like a Bleach character has chakra or a Naruto character has Ryatsu, but we would just say that, all right, they're similar enough, so we don't have to actually go over the energy structure. We'll just assume they're similar for the sake of the debate.
Yeah, that's all it means. Because the applications of Ryatsu and the applications of chakra are almost entirely different, but they're similar enough down to their base nature that standard battle assumptions would assume like, okay, you can equalize these systems and then these characters can fight. Because even if I were to say like, okay, let's debate, I could just say, like I said, well, your character doesn't have Reiatsu. Yeah, he has chakra. That's still spiritual. Like, okay, but that's still not Reiatsu. And then there would be no way you could prove that chakra and Reiatsu are similar, like at all, or like the same at all to use.
Or just nitpick the traits that
either
Reiatsu
way.
has.
Jen,
Shut up.
shut the
Yeah,
fuck
but
up.
Jen, I already said the counter argument for that one. But can we just get back up to the original point for like?
Yeah, can we just go back to the debate?
Because this debate's been going on for a while.
Yeah, it's been going on for too long.
Okay, so what was he on?
Okay. Okay. So
He was on Reiatsu overpowering.
I remember where he left off. So
okay, where did I leave off?
he was talking about Aizen just the Genjutsu not working on him, or him just getting off of him, or whatever.
Yes, the Genjutsu wouldn't work, and neither would any of the other techniques that Sasuke has in store because Aizen's so demonstrably stronger that he would just.
Wait, hold on. There's one more thing. Well, actually, no, it's two more things. First thing is a question, and then I'll go over my first point, and then I'll ask you a question. So it's two things. First thing is you said there's no other abilities. Actually, guys, first off, precognition, but that's not even the main point. He can go. Wait. That's not the main point. He can go into. He open portals to other dimensions, which means even if Aizen dashed at him, he could get sucked into a portal to another dimension, and Sasuke will win by taking him out of the battle. Essentially.
Okay. Amir.
Hold on.
All Bleach characters have. Wait. Hold on. Let me address this part because before you move on to your next one, because all Bleach characters have the ability to travel between dimensions. They travel between well, except for the Fullbringers, all Bleach characters have the ability to travel. Like the Shinigami have the Senkaimon. They literally go in and out of the human world, back to the Seirite, to Hueco all the time. It doesn't matter. He would just come back. Even if he did get BFR'd, he'd just walk back.
But would he know which place to walk back to? Like
yes. Because he'd be able to sense Sasuke's energy.
But Sasuke can go into other dimensions. Any other.
Okay, so he would just BFR himself, and then he'd lose the debate, or he'd lose the battle because he left.
If he BFR Aizen first,
and then Aizen comes back. But the thing is, Aizen is significantly faster. So even if Sasuke could BFR Aizen, then Aizen would just open a portal, blitz back. Before Sasuke could even think about like opening another portal, he was like, "Oh, you're back. Fuck."
Wait, what?
Before Sasuke could even think about opening another portal, and these portals, the portals that he can open, cost him a lot of chakra, at least 33%. Because we see whenever he opens a portal to like when he's coming back from traveling around in the I can't remember what it's called, but like in the arc where he's fighting Shin, we see that he can't use that ability as often as you said. What?
Naruto Gaiden.
Yeah, Naruto Gaiden. He can't use that ability often because it drains him significantly of his chakra. Ooh, but it drains him significantly of his chakra, at least 33%, because he can make at least portals. And either way, like if he's going to be in this fight, if he's going to be giving it his all, he's not going to worry about making a portal to BFR Aizen. And he can't just create he doesn't do it in combat. Like this is in character. Even if you were to say like, yeah, he can create these portals, not once does he ever do it in character in a fight.
No. Here's the thing with that.
And that was your entire thing. Like, you want this to be in character.
Yeah, exactly. Now let me explain that. First off, he never needed to do that, and on top of because even when he was fighting characters who were
doesn't matter.
Even when he was fighting characters who were super strong, he had Naruto with him, like as a adult.
Okay, but that doesn't matter. Because he still doesn't do it in character. If their opponent is so demonstrably stronger, he would have teleported them like Jigen. Because Jigen was bodying the fuck out of Naruto and Sasuke. If he could have opened a portal to just get the fuck away, he would have in the middle of that fight before
The difference is his fight with Jigen. He already got. No. The difference is he had already got done traveling in between multiple dimensions when he fought Jigen.
No, he
Therefore, he was
didn't.
already. Yes, he did. He went to the dimension Jigen was in for one, and he came out of the Aotsutsuki dimension now he was in, which he opened a portal to go into that same day. Therefore, he traveled.
He didn't open a portal. Jigen opened a portal, and then he came out and kicked Jigen, and then they all went to the same dimension.
No. Sasuke opened that portal. Sasuke can go into other dimensions. He tried his chakra and he opened the portal into Jigen's dimension. So, what you say? I'm telling you, you don't gotta look
You're
it up, bro.
looking for the Jigen thing. So.
Can you guys please conclude after this point?
Yeah, actually, this is just irrelevant. Aizen would just walk back, and then shit, new chapter coming in 3 days. Okay. By the way, yeah, Jigen would just, or not Jigen, fucking Aizen would just walk back, blitz Sasuke, kill him. And again, like I said, not in character. Even if you want to say he hasn't had the opportunity, still not in character of him to use it.
I was still explaining.
Wait,
I still explained that when he's cutting me off.
But
Sasuke,
it doesn't matter.
Sasuke and Aizen,
this whole point does not matter.
Yeah, it does. It does because he can
No,
be.
It literally doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
No, but he doesn't do it in character.
No. I'm explaining this right now. As far as him doing it in character goes, it's not a contradicting his character for him to do that because
in combat it is because he doesn't.
Let me finish. Sasuke is insanely smart for one, and we know that Reiatsu has a spiritual component just like chakra. Therefore, he will already be able to sense Aizen's power, and he could VFR him out of his intellect and out of the fact that he thinks Aizen may be stronger than him. So that's not out of character for him to do.
He doesn't do it in character.
No, it's not that he doesn't.
And also, Sasuke didn't open that portal. I literally just went. I just went through the chapter. I'm on the page. He drops Naruto. All right, hold up. What? Because I'm probably gonna have to find this on Mongsy because I can't drop scans that fucking big.
Just use the snip tool.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that. I'm pretty inept.
Just type in snip and you click new and you click and drag the picture you want to take, then Control V.
What is this? 37. Oh, I'm already here. So.
And even if Sasuke actually did do it in the fight with Jigen, when Jigen was trying to attack him at the end of the fight, he opened the portal to another dimension.
To leave because he got his ass whooped.
Okay, look.
So that just proves that he would just BFR himself. And scans. What happened here? Well, here's one scans. What happened? Jigen dropped Naruto in this wasteland, and he said, "Yeah, I'll be back. Don't worry."
Hold on. You cutting me off, bro. I said that contradicts your point because you made the statement that in character never uses his portals, and he actually did when he left the fight against
to leave in combat. He doesn't. This is the first time ever in character. He doesn't unless he's getting his fucking ass whooped. And in this situation, he wouldn't even have the chance to open a portal because Aizen is so demonstrably stronger and significantly faster that Sasuke would just die before this even got a chance. Sasuke doesn't have a chance. This debate ended hours ago, but I humored you. Now we can go to conclusions.
Hey, hold on. What is this scan supposed to be proving? Because this is Naruto, not Sasuke.
Yeah, this is Jigen opening the portal.
No. Sasuke went into the dimension. So Sasuke opened his own portal to go into that.
No, he literally didn't. That's what I'm showing you right now.
Sasuke did open his own portal. Oh my god, move on.
Yeah, and the proof is Naruto was in his house when Jigen sent him to another dimension.
That's not proof. That's not proof at all. Moving on. Okay, let's go to conclusions. Let's just go to conclusions.
It doesn't even matter. It doesn't.
Oh my fucking god. Let's just go to conclusions.
I just want to clarify that Sasuke was not in Naruto's house.
Okay, his own portal. Move on.
Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. Let's just go to conclusions. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I bodied this nigga.
Why
you got anything to say?
Wait, hold on. I thought we.
Doesn't matter. You got anything to say?
I get First off, I thought you agreed to the conditions of respecting me and not
I did. I respected you for 2.5 hours.
Oh, now you just disrespect me for no reason. Just
we're going to conclusions.
Yeah,
okay,
that's
Snooty,
just say your conclusion. As far as Snooty's concerned, the debate's over from his side. So.
Oh shit.
It's one character, so this technically isn't the end of the debate. But we only debated one character.
That's crazy.
Oh man.
Okay, wait, hold on. Would I get burn or rejoinder if I just go back to White Fang right now?
You
Don't
already
leave.
stated your
No,
conclusions,
you
but
said
don't leave.
conclusion.
Because I gotta go answer the door.
Okay,
You
just
can go
mute
and answer
yourself.
the door. The conclusions aren't
Before
for
they
the
come
debate,
back.
they're for
Oh
judges.
yeah, you're right. I don't need
Oh,
to hear this.
do you
So, yeah, I'll
guys
be right
do you
back.
guys want to judge for this?
Whole VC
You can do
was
Like
here.
of people in this chat, do you want people
Yeah,
to judge?
That's fine. I don't care about that.
Yeah, I'm
let
gonna
me
go
finish.
answer the door and then I'll just come back.
Yeah, the point of
my
the judges
point-
is that if
hold
one
on.
person doesn't concede, somebody can
Uh,
judge a winner.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. I said that's cool.
Okay.
My final point was, well, firstly, like I said, we only debated one character. Secondly, I still think Sasuke can VFR Aizen. Based off the fact he has open portals during fights, as like in his fight against Jigen. So
Okay.
Sasuke can still,
All right,
I
Amir,
still-
do you mind going to your conclusions now?
that's
This is
my
his
conclusion.
conclusion. Shut up. Let him finish. Oh,
My
that's your
conclusion-
entire conclusion?
Yes, Sasuke can VFR Aizen, and we only debated one character, so
Okay. All right. So who do you want judging? Just everybody in this chat is fine, or
Hey, I'll call a judge. I want to. Well,
Alright.
yeah, I'll call a judge. I don't care.
all right? Okay, I'll go first. All right. So Shnoody fucking bodied. It was noticed. He had himself like 7 times faster than Sasuke, which you conceded to. Like you agreed that he was faster, and you also lost AP point, whereas Aizen was stronger. Shnoody said he would just blitz and one shot him, and your only counter was to open a portal. But Shnoody countered that by saying that even if he could just come back and blitz him again, or he would just blitz him in the first place before he could even open the portal, regardless of if he does it in combat. So Aizen just blitzes and one shots based off the argument. Anybody else?
There you go. You
No,
got this,
that's basically
Hey.
it. You summed it up.
Hey Amir,
So-
look. What you could have argued against Snooty by saying it wasn't a 4v1, it was a 2v2, Sasuke and Naruto doing all the work. And when Kakashi and Sakura came in, she was weakened from doing the expansive truth seeking work.
That
So
wouldn't
that's-
matter, Jen.
Still
That
wouldn't
actually
matter.
would that
wait,
would
wait.
matter.
Why would you
Not
want to
really.
say he was weakened? Wait. Why would you want to say that?
Because
That's
if she was
worse.
okay, no, because if she was weakened, right, they can fight still hurt her when she was like at full strength. Then them coming in when she was weakened just wouldn't matter. Because you can say the same
but
thing
he
for
never
Sasuke and
proved
Naruto.
hold on, he never proved Kaguya was
But
universal.
he
so
didn't
it
even
doesn't
show
matter.
Sasuke doing
Yeah,
anything to Kaguya.
Yeah,
either.
he
Oh,
didn't.
God.
Yeah, he didn't even get the base like AP line down for Kaguya though, which is the problem.
Yeah.
Not like the weakened point.
Oh,
Even if he
we
brought
can do
that up,
that.
it wouldn't have changed anything.
I mean, we can do that with normal.
To me, hold on. I basically hold the same position as Saiboshi, just that he showed Aizen being 6 to 7 times faster than Sasuke. He didn't counter all that. He agreed to that. He agreed that basically diverse equalization, that the Ryotsu and Chakra were similar, so that Aizen's negging his the freaking would work. So that wouldn't work anyway. And even if Sasuke, he already proved that even if Sasuke could get off Genjutsu, that he would get negged, but he already proved that he 6 times faster, so it wouldn't matter. AP, he agreed that to get into multi-galaxy. In fact, you weirdly had Shnoody scale it for you instead of doing it yourself. That was strange. And he just kind of let,
Yo,
which he didn't
weird.
have to answer.
Why was Snooty Universal Plus, but like he was multi galaxy?
He wasn't universal, he was just universal.
Oh.
He
just
had-
universal.
yeah,
You just said universal. You didn't say universal plus.
So what were the other debates you were gonna do with him, Amir?
The rest of Bleach versus Sasuke.
The
Yo.
rest of Bleach?
Yeah, I don't know why
That's-
he would need anyone else.
Why
Hold
would
on,
you
let's
do
the
that?
recording.
Yo.